Imagine a grand ship, once the pride of the seas, now permanently docked, its steel frame holding decades of secrets. The RMS Queen Mary, a luxury ocean liner that sailed across the Atlantic, is now moored in Long Beach, California. On the surface, it's a museum, a hotel, and a tourist attraction. But beneath the polished decks and carefully curated exhibits lies a darker story, one of ghosts, unexplained events, and lingering spirits that refuse to leave. The Queen Mary began her life in the 1930s as the ultimate symbol of elegance and modernity. She carried the wealthy and famous across the Atlantic, boasting state-of-the-art technology and lavish accommodations. But during World War II, she was converted into a troopship, ferrying thousands of soldiers to Europe. It was a time of hope, courage, and inevitably, tragedy. The energy of so many lives, joyful, fearful, and lost, seems to have seeped into the ship itself, leaving marks that some say can never be erased. Even today, visitors report feeling sudden cold spots, especially in the first-class swimming pool area, a place that has gained a notorious reputation as the ship's most haunted room. People have said that while walking through the pool hall, they suddenly feel the temperature drop or hear water sloshing as if someone invisible is swimming. Lights flicker inexplicably, and doors slam shut without warning. Some claim to have seen shadowy figures moving along the walls, figures that disappear when approached. The ship has more than one area where spirits seem particularly active. One of the most famous is the engine room, a labyrinth of steel and machinery deep below the decks. Crew members and visitors alike report feeling watched, hearing whispers that have no source, and even seeing apparitions of men in old naval uniforms walking among the pipes and boilers. Some believe these are the spirits of workers who died in accidents during the ship's construction and operation. Others think they might be soldiers from World War II, lingering in the place where they were once confined. One of the most chilling locations is cabin B340, often called the murder cabin. While stories about exactly what happened here vary, visitors report doors opening and closing on their own, and objects moving without explanation. Some who have stayed overnight claim to wake up with scratches or bruises that appear out of nowhere. Paranormal investigators have spent nights in this cabin, capturing unexplained sounds, shadowy figures, and temperature anomalies. The Queen Mary is not just a place haunted by history, it's a place that actively interacts with the living in ways that defy explanation. The ship's hallways and staircases are also hotspots for eerie encounters. Guests have reported hearing footsteps following them, even when they are alone. Some describe hearing the voices of women crying or men shouting, voices that echo down empty corridors. There are also numerous reports of seeing figures in period clothing, walking through walls or disappearing around corners. The ship's history as a luxury liner means many of these apparitions appear dressed in elegant 1930s attire, moving as though carrying out the lives they left behind decades ago. Perhaps one of the most unsettling stories involves the crew themselves. Employees who work overnight shifts report a constant feeling of being watched, hearing doors open and close without anyone there, and hearing conversations in empty rooms. Some say they've been physically touched by unseen hands or felt something brush past them in the dark. One security guard even claimed to see a ghostly sailor standing at the end of a hallway, staring at him with hollow eyes before disappearing through a wall. The Queen Mary has also been the site of countless paranormal investigations. Teams from television shows like Ghost Hunters and Most Haunted have recorded evidence of supernatural activity, from unexplained EMF readings and sudden temperature drops to captured sounds of whispers, footsteps, and doors slamming. Investigators consistently report phenomena that can't be explained by natural causes. Some skeptics attribute these experiences to the ship's age, creaking metal, and the power of suggestion. But for many visitors and staff, the Queen Mary's hauntings are undeniably real. The ship has earned a reputation as one of the most haunted places in the world, and it's not hard to see why. It's a place steeped in history where luxury and tragedy exist side by side. Every creaking floorboard, flickering light, and cold draft seems to carry echoes from the past. The ship is also said to have a dark harbor, a term used by paranormal enthusiasts to describe particularly intense areas of spiritual activity, where multiple spirits are active at once. Visitors in these areas often report seeing full-bodied apparitions, hearing unexplainable noises and experiencing sudden physical sensations like touches or pushes from unseen hands. One reason the Queen Mary is so chilling is the combination of its grandeur and decay. The ship has been partially restored, but much of it is still an old industrial relic. Rusted metal, dark hallways, and abandoned rooms provide a perfect setting for the imagination, and perhaps for lingering spirits. People often describe the feeling of being watched, a weight pressing on their shoulders, or an unshakable sense of unease when walking through certain parts of the ship, especially after dark. The stories of the Queen Mary have inspired countless ghost tours, overnight stays, and paranormal adventures. Guests line up for the chance to spend a night in cabins with a history of unexplained activity, hoping for a glimpse of something beyond this world. While some people come for the thrill, others come with a genuine desire to connect with the spirits believed to reside there. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the experiences shared by countless visitors are undeniably eerie, making the Queen Mary a must-visit location for anyone fascinated by the supernatural. Visuals throughout the ship only add to the sense of dread. Imagine walking down a dimly lit corridor, the shadows stretching across peeling walls, and hearing a door slam at the far end. The flicker of a light overhead, a cold draft sweeping through the hall, and the faint sound of footsteps echoing from somewhere deep within the ship. These experiences are not uncommon, and for those who dare to explore, the Queen Mary provides a unique glimpse into the world of the paranormal. But the Queen Mary isn't just a place of fear, it's also a place of history. Each deck, each room, each corridor tells a story, whether of luxury, tragedy, or lingering presence. It's a vessel frozen in time, carrying the memories of thousands of people who sailed across oceans, fought in wars, and lived lives that ended too soon. The spirits are said to remain not out of malice, but because of the energy they left behind, a residue of a life once lived fully and now remembered eternally. So if you ever find yourself in Long Beach, the Queen Mary awaits. Step aboard and walk through her grand halls, explore her cabins, and descend into the engine rooms. Listen for footsteps in the dark, feel the chill in the air, and watch for shadows moving just beyond your line of sight. Whether it's your first encounter with the unexplained or your 10th, the Queen Mary promises an experience unlike any other, a true journey into a haunted past that refuses to remain buried. The Queen Mary stands as a reminder that history isn't just made in grand events or famous figures. It's made in the quiet moments, the tragedies, the joys, and the fears of everyday people. And sometimes it seems those moments refuse to fade. They linger, whispering in the dark, waiting for the next curious soul to hear their stories. If you've ever been intrigued by the supernatural, or if you just love a good, chilling story, the Queen Mary is a place that will haunt your imagination long after you leave. It's a place where history, mystery, and horror collide, and where the line between the living and the dead feels just a little thinner. Don't just take my word for it, experience it for yourself. Walk the decks, explore the cabins, and maybe, just maybe, you'll encounter one of the spirits that call the Queen Mary home. And if you do, remember to respect them. They've been here a long time, and they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Before you go, if you love stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss any of the chilling true horror stories we bring right to your screen. Every week, we dive into history, mystery, and the unexplained, and there's always something more waiting in the shadows. Leave a comment below if you've ever had a paranormal experience, or if you're brave enough to spend a night on the Queen Mary. Your story might just be the next one we explore.